So we're talking about this really powerful process called the calendar process. And I keep thinking to myself that the calendar, in a way, is like your conscience, right? It becomes a way for anybody to look at whatever we've promised, does it actually come into action? And then it gives the desired impact. So this must have been in possibly 2010 or so. We had a large enough team. I think we were around 20, 25 of us. And each key stage was fully established. So there was a key stage 1, which had 15 team members, key stage 2 that had 15, and then of course our key stage 3 was just about starting. We were new at that time. And there were a couple of processes that were really strong in each key stage, right? And we had our parent partnership in place. We knew what needed to be done in terms of personal professional development. We had super opportunities for children. But I think what started getting missed while we had discussions regarding brand Riverside, I mean the idea that Riverside was one story finally, and that whatever was happening in each key stage must be reflected in the entire process, the entire school. And so whilst we would get into our meetings and do the planning, I think what started happening was we started realizing that each key stage was in a way running its own story. And while that was great, I think every key stage must have its own personality and its own story, I think there was still this thread that was missing. It's like a necklace, right? While you have these wonderful gems and these pearls that make a necklace, it's the thread that makes it finally come together. And I think our calendar then became an opportunity to be the thread. That's really how we like to see it. We like to see it as this beautiful necklace which has these wonderful gems, which is each key stage. And then the gems that started adding more were the work we did with parents, the work we did with personal professional development, the administrative link, the work we did with the community. All of this finally made the Riverside story come alive for children. But the calendar, which finally became an opportunity for us to timetable for all of this that made us one story, I think really got its shape around 2010. And then we would sit with each other, the champions would sit, and then the children became part of the story, and then the parents became part of the story. It became such a rich artifact. The artifact that intention is great, but it doesn't really change anything. But when intention is put into action, then you get the desired impact. And so that's really how the calendar process came through.